we are very committed to seeing that through. We see the opportunity for VSPC to grow is now, and that funding is really critical for us to be able to achieve our growth plans for that technology.
Good morning and welcome back to the Proactive Studio. I'm Jonathan Jackson, and joining me now is Lithium CEO and Managing Director Simon Lynch to discuss the company's progress with its lithium ferrophosphate demonstration plant. Simon, it's good to see you.
Good to be with you, Jonathan.
Now let's talk through this announcement. You're pretty close to securing the remaining 30 million needed to fund the LFP demonstration plant. When do you expect to reach that financial close?
Look, Jonathan, these are complex transactions, so it's hard to put a timeline on them. And we are looking at obviously providing equity into our VSPC vehicle for that. So there's a bit to be thought through. So I don't really want to put a hard timeline on it at this point. Needless to say, though, that we feel like we've got, with the ARENA grant being provided, that we do see opportunities for securing that funding.
And let's remind viewers of that ARENA grants. How much was it for, and what does it mean for you?
Well, the ARENA grant, which is the federal government agency for renewable energy, is 30 million Australian dollars. That covers, in our estimations, 50% of the cost of building a demonstration facility and running that demonstration facility for a number of years to allow us to get qualified with clients for our LFP cathode material and move from what we currently have as non-binding offtake agreements into binding offtake agreements. So that ARENA grant is substantial. It's also validation from the Australian government agency of the work that we do, the technology that we've got, and the market opportunity in front of us.
So let's talk about that opportunity. Potential customer demand is far exceeding plant capacity. Can you talk me through how VSPC is prioritising that customer engagement strategy?
Yeah, so we've been very selective about which sort of customers we approach. We know that our products and our technology are leading edge, often referred to in China as Generation 4 for LFP, and we think our technology matches that or exceeds that. So it allows us to think about energy storage customers principally, but also into EVs. And particularly also allows us to look at new cell technologies as well as traditional cell technologies. So in terms of prioritising, we're obviously looking at major markets that we know that we can service and clients that are looking for something a little bit different.
And speaking of markets, you're looking to expand into, well, VSPC looking to expand into the United States. How are you going to measure that progress with UMC as your sales agent?
UMC, a distributor of many different products into the battery industry. We struck a distribution agreement with them in 2024. We have worked with them pretty closely. They've already been successful in introducing us into a range of new clients and into technical discussions with some OEMs. So we're really pleased with what UMC are doing. We've found that trying to penetrate further into the US meant a lot more time with boots on the ground. And with a small team, that's difficult to do. So UMC coming on board has helped us have those boots on the ground. And we've got a close working relationship with them and really appreciative of the support they provide us.
And as I said, you're looking to expand into the United States, but how do you decide, I guess, which markets to enter through licensing versus direct operations? And what are you looking for in potential partners?
In terms of the licensing versus operational piece, it's really about how close you can be to your client base. And then there's other overlays such as ease of doing business, establishing yourself in operations in those jurisdictions. In some jurisdictions where we've looked at, we see that would be difficult to set up a commercial operating plant and operate it ourselves without a local partner at the very least. And in some of those, it's probably just easier to issue a license and work with, from a technical point of view, with partners. So we've been pretty disciplined about how we would do that, and have a really strong criteria as to differentiating between areas that we'd like to own and operate versus license.
So, what do the next couple of months look like for you?
Look, obviously, in terms of VSPC, we continue to work hard on securing and finalising the $30 million funding, um, with our team fully focused on achieving that. And we are very committed to seeing that through. We see the opportunity for VSPC to grow is now, and that funding is really critical for us to be able to achieve our growth plans for that technology.
Simon, as always, there's plenty to look forward to. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks, Jonathan. Always good to be with you.